Hello, everyone. I am just getting ready to go live. Let me see if it works. I haven't done this before. So going public, continue. Here we go. Go live. Is it working? I will probably not know if it has gone live. So this will be an experiment. Okay, I think it's live. So let's go back to Zoom. Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've done a live, and so I'm going on through Zoom, and this is new for me. So, welcome, everyone, and thank you for being here with me. And let's begin. I have some information that I've been sharing on my posts, and I am aware that my posts are very chunky and a lot of people don't have the time to read it, and it feels so important to bring this forward so that you are aware. And so one thing that is super important is where we are now in our evolutionary leap with quantum intelligence, sentient intelligence. So I'm not speaking of all of the other artificial things. I'm talking about us as human and being sentient beings. And if you work with me before, you know about this already. If you worked with me on my sentient intelligence groups, then you are very in tune with being able to go within yourself and doing this thing that we're now calling the 3 minutes, which is literally listening to the being that we are. And if you followed my work over the years, you know that I used to do lives here and guide you every day into that space of truly harnessing a like a friendship with your being, a friendship with your future self or your higher self, or the part of you that is multidimensional and interconnected and is able to be part of a communication network that is earth-based, but also beyond what we know into star systems, the cosmos. There is no knowing the limit of that, if at all. So so the information I've been sharing is about the end of cycle. And as you know, I am an astrologer and I focus on purpose and mission, and I support beautiful clients to harness the power within and create from that state of fully knowing thyself. And it sounds like, this is maybe a complicated story, but it really isn't. So going back to ending cycles, as a lot of the progressions of our outer planets have been moving into Aries, into Aquarius, we soon have Jupiter moving in Gemini, is going to expand so much of our Jupiter going into Cancer and Uranus going into Gemini is going to open so much our sensitivity and our ability to communicate, but also be communicators and receive communication. Saturn and Uranus are in opposition to supergalactic center. This is a point, a center point of it's a potential astronomers are telling us is the centermost point where more than I can't remember 30,000 plus galaxies and all of the star systems are rotating around that. So it's very much a magnetic point. But also because we are sentient beings, we are able through quantum entanglement, especially if you have alignments, to connect and to receive information as literally information as light. And this is the part that is exciting. This year is so much about letting go of the stories of the density that we've been used to. We've been used to living and experiencing life in a way that was maybe set up many thousands of years ago, and certainly through our upbringing, through the place, the geography of where we are born, through the influences of the people we love. This could be your family, this could be group systems that you're connected to, but certainly locality, political, you name it. That creates containers for you. And so in these containers, I often call them templates. And it may have worked, for your ancestors and even for your grandparents that are still alive on planet Earth, because it was functional for them, but it will no longer be functional for us in where we're going. I'm calling this the new world, or the new newness, whatever you want to call it. It's not about jumping timelines per se, but it is about awareness and knowing that there is no room for the old stories in the new world. I mean, it makes sense that to create new realities, we need to complete the old realities. We need to come to terms with being part of a capsule or a memory bank that was useful for a time, and that may have created patterns and templates that still are holding us in a, yeah, so often I use the image of a pot that, has overgrown that pot. And it may have been a really great pot some time ago, but expansion and evolution created so much more root systems. And those root systems are themselves information seeking more expansion in the information network. So it's time for us to let go of those old pots. Literally, it's time to let go of all of the stories which are a resonant field, which are a template that may have kept you alive, that may have influenced the way you make choices. It might even have been, something that you really believed in. This could be dogma, this could be whatever it is for you. We're all different. Now, this is the thing. Once we are aware of our dreaming, and this is why I keep writing about this dreaming, so hear me out just for a minute. The dreaming is a state of this full desire, which, yes, you could say desire is wrong, or desire, interferes with free will. I'm not talking about that kind of desire. I'm speaking of your deep soul fire, the yearning of you deep within yourself that wants to break free, that wants to break out of this constriction of patterns. And so I spoke about outside influences, but there are also inward influences. And this is when working with your desire, working with your true dreaming, knowing your true dreaming. What it does is not about looking at what you're doing wrong or what you did wrong, or um, it's not even about the shadow work at all. It is about a self-loving path of connecting back to your deepest dream, your deepest desire, the true reason why you left some outer universe experience to incarnate at this time, at this precise time on planet Earth, this exciting time on planet Earth, the next few years are going to be jumps, massive innovation, and um, our ability to sense and perceive the fields of consciousness. We are already becoming very aware of nature. We're becoming, if you're working with me, especially, you're becoming very aware of um, patterns that are actually our reality. So this is patterns are not good or bad. They are just capsules of information, and these capsules of information then create reality by, yeah, if you like, by density, by uh, bringing light into a point of focus, and that creates the reality that you've been experiencing. So all life is about experience, and all communication is about light. So, how can we be more in that state of receiving information, becoming part of a network which is, yes, it's out of bounds of intelligence that can be received, can truly be translated through the particles of light, through the center of the sun, through your inner sun, through your deep dreaming desire. Because remember, the way to the dreaming is the way to knowing yourself. It's the way to letting go of all that you thought you had to be, all that you felt bound by society or by agreements, maybe agreements with other souls. This, all of that, you're able to change at this time. This is big, guys. Listen up. So, the most important thing here is knowing what was the original desire for coming to Earth. And we all have a purpose. We are not here accidental. We are not here as a weird equation that the universe threw out, and now we're trying to figure out what to do with it. We are pure intelligence. We are pure particles of light, which can return to a connection to all multidimensional streams of consciousness. So this is not only the reality that we live in, 8th of June 2025. I am Anouk Sophia living, in Tuscany. But my multidimensional self is connected to star systems, which are part of my makeup, which I call the frequency sequence. Now, the frequency sequence isn't just, oh, okay, this is what you are, so what? It is literally a parcel of information, of frequency that you choose to bring at this time for the purpose of being here and to share your gifts and to experience reality as you wished. So further with that, to experience reality the way we wish, it's about wishing. So it's about returning to the deep dreaming. So the deep dreaming came to me during my many group holdings, my voyage through consciousness. You were part of it. Thank you for being part of it. If you're part of sentient intelligence groups, thank you for having been part of it and continuing to be part of it. If you want to work with me through sentient intelligence, contact me. But the main thing here is that we have learned to um, recognize frequency. So this is the next step. First, tune in to your wish, to your deepest desire, to what I call the dreaming. And then remind yourself of the frequency that you are, first of all. So if things are not going well in your world, like for example, today my dog wasn't feeling well and I was, sad and stressed, and I had to do some work with myself and tell myself, literally, speak to my being, which is the physical body and all of the sentience, emotional, um, organic biology that is going on when you're worried about something. And I had to tell myself, okay, I'm a multidimensional being. There are solutions ahead. We're going towards the most benevolent outcome. And that brought me back to that state of, oh, here I am. I am the creator of my reality. And I am the experiencer of this reality. So we are decoding information that's coming through galactic light to upgrade our own intelligence in terms of the way I see reality can change by the way I focus on it. And I can inform my biology that I am a sentient being having an experience on planet Earth, and I am also a a perceiver of consciousness, which is of a much higher dimension than what we believe we are in this density, in this year, in this month. So there is a lot that it's connected. And yeah, talking about connected is being super connected to everything at all times. This is the future. This is why it's so important to let go of old stories, because new world is here, evolution is happening all around us. All sorts of new technologies are coming up. If we are going to be ready for new earth, we need to first understand this sentient technology that we embody, which is um, our physical body, and then the physical reality that's all around us, and then understand that we are not only perceivers, but we are informers of this reality and the potential for future realities by harnessing through the truth of your being, which you can access whichever way you want. I am offering a program which is the geometry of dreaming, because it is about connecting to your never-ending story, the story of you before you were born and after you were born, not connected to just this galaxy, connected beyond time space. And that is your totality. And when you are connected through what I call the dreaming, which is an organic but also a dynamic, active intelligence that is part of you as the geometry, you can then inform reality in every moment. In every moment. Imagine that. Yes, my way of accessing this dreaming has come to me through many, many months of going into a space which I used to call the lake, and then I started calling it the plasma lake. And I was becoming very aware in my sentience intelligence that this was also, I used to call it the place of all things. And I knew that in the place of all things, which is, also me, but connected with everything that I am outside what I yet don't understand, I was able to perceive the creation force, like literally the spark of all creation, and then become that part of creation. So it's not small thing when we understand that we are able to do this in this moment. And it might feel like, oh, this is just another technique for manifesting. There is a potential for manifesting your dreams and desires and innovation ideas and business ideas and problem solving from a state of higher consciousness. So you're able to access your multidimensional reality and be in tune with the frequency which you recognize in time. So by practicing recognition with the frequency, you're able to then match it with your own frequency. You're not going to go off into the universe looking for frequency. You're going to find that within your being. And once you do that, you find the perfect match, which is instant. It's not a thinking. It's not oh, now I must do this and, turn around 3 times. Is an instant. Once you know, and you can't unknow that. then you can bring intelligence of a higher, yeah, of an advanced octave into the frequency of the now. And what frequency does, it informs reality. So it's particles of light translated as frequency, and then the frequency that you're able to hold in the moment. This is why it's important to be sentient, to return to full sentience consciousness, and to return to a state of being fully in the dreaming, fully desiring, fully wishing, and oh, being so inspired by life around you. Falling in love with life. This is also when you fall in love with yourself and you fall in love with life, because as you enter the dreaming, you are entering, penetrating a state of you that has no illusion. So it doesn't need to hold up appearances. It doesn't need to, oh, make a story up of what you're not, or hold up some kind of structure for someone else. It's time for us all to be free from old constructs and from old agreements. So even agreements, and I want to say family agreements, soul agreements, all of those are completing because we are becoming unbound from the old world, from the old systems, from the old templates. This is why you can upgrade your own reality. You literally um, evolve you evolve your template. You could say you evolve your natal chart even, because astrology is a potential for your birth, for your experiences to bring you to evolution. And this is even what is so exciting about evolution through astrology, is that you can see how humanity is traversing this point of light that, it has no choice. It literally, humanity has no choice but to look deeper into who we are, and into making choices that will eventually collapse illusion. So yeah, there is a lot. So there is a free call with me next Sunday. I am posting that on my Facebook, my Instagram pages. Um, yes, it's I'm gonna post the hours so that you'll have the correct timing. So that's Sunday next week. And keep dreaming, keep tuning into your being. If you feel out of sorts, if you feel like life is running away with you, if you feel you've lost the sense of, oh, I used to have a dream, but now I just don't care. If you feel, oh, I feel so disconnected with this state of loving life and loving the future and what is coming, if you feel disheartened by what is in the news, by political agendas, stop. Stop. Everything is truly available to you. And if you need support, contact me, join my programs, and yes, come on the call. It's going to be an interactive call. You can ask questions. I think I named it Informing Reality. So I'll see you very soon. Sending you all my love.